That'll save us writing a whole document about it.
We'll be like the guy who taught taxes through Minecraft.
Yeah. Welcome to Minecraft. Today our teacher is Stardew. Stardew is going to teach us about DID.
Because people need a lesson on it because media representation is garbage. So, DID is dissociative identity disorder, or it used to be named multiple personality disorder, MPD, but it was more accurately renamed a few years ago. It consists of different distinct personalities or alters that each have their own names, memories, ideas on life, pronouns, anything you can think of, and they probably have their own separate idea. They all share a body, and they can be anything really. You can have immortal alters, you can have animals, you can have inanimate objects even. And it can be annoying because they like to argue. Some alters share memories, others don't. They all have different roles. You can have protectors, persecutors, you can have littles, you can have hosts, trauma holders, introjects. There's so many different roles. A lot of people assume that there's medication and or treatment for it, when there's not. The most you can do is talk therapy, which does not do much. You can take medications for complications of it, like sometimes you might be given depression medications or anxiety medications, because those are common onsets with DIDs. You have those as well. You can treat some symptoms, but you can't get rid of it. And what else is there to mention about it? Media representation is bad. Don't trust what is seen on movies or TV shows, because shows like American Horror Story and movies like FICO or Split are really bad representation that make people with DID seem as though they are crazy lunatics, which is not true at all. We're not crazy lunatics. And what else is there to mention about it? Relationships with DID can be different because sometimes alters date each other. Some alters will date the system's spouse, others will not. Some systems do like polyamorous relationships, but not everyone does. That's a personal preference sometimes. What else is there?
So, in case people are confused about gatekeepers, gatekeepers would be there to protect you. So if there is, per se, an alter that is going to do harm to the body, the gatekeeper will keep it away, basically.
Yeah. Gatekeepers are like the traffic police, like a traffic officer of the system. They tell people where to go and when. Because alters, like persecutors, tend to have violent tendencies towards the system. They don't mean any harm in what they do, but they have the ideas that if they hurt the system, no one else can. So they tend to be more harmful. So gatekeepers can sometimes control that, and say for instance an alter's having a really bad day and they really don't want to front at the moment, a gatekeeper can hold them aside and have someone else take that spot that they can't handle at the moment. And there's a lot of memory gaps between switches, and people with DID are very forgetful of things, so it can help to have a reminder of things, which is how technology is very helpful, like Discord, because they have bots like PluralKit that can help you, or it's good to have a place where you can read back what's happened, because in person you can't read a chat history, so you forget a lot.
This is where we promote ECT helpline.
Yeah, very much so.
So ECT helpline is the one-stop place. We do sleep reminders, eating reminders, and a lot of other things. We help you if you're having a bad day and stuff like that.
Yeah. We have private rooms, it's all confidential, it's very helpful, we're welcoming to new people, we deal with drama almost instantaneously.
In terms of bots, we have Cardbot, which you can use for your reminders. We have Pluralcat. We have a load of moderation bots. We also have our own bot as well, called Episa. We also have ModMail, so if you want to go confidential and talk to the staff about an issue you're having or report a member, you're more than welcome to. If you want a certain role like event ping and stuff like that, you can also get that as well. So, let's go through types of altars then for people.
Yeah, so there's a huge list of altar types, but I'm gonna go off this list that we have just because we're not gonna remember it all.
Yeah, and in case we do forget something, I will leave a link below to a web page that will show you what all altars do and different kinds of altars too.
Yeah, but I can go through some of the main ones.
I find it for some people easier to follow from a video, so yeah.
Yeah, so you might hear the term core, which is an old term. It doesn't necessarily exist anymore, but it's good to mention because some people will still go using the old wrong terms. Core used to be known as, quote, original, which is not right because there technically is no original. And it was seen as the owner, which is wrong because no one member owns the system, everyone works together and shares it. So the term core is a wrongful term, and I'd recommend you see someone using it to alert them that it is the wrong term, it doesn't exist anymore, it's not correct. Host is the most common altar. They can be anything really, but they mainly use the body the most, and they are responsible for the most things in the altar's system, like in the system's life. So sometimes hosts might have trouble accepting that they have DID because they are just so present. It doesn't feel like the others exist, but they do.
Here, Stardew, can you take over this video? I'm going for my dinner, it shouldn't be long.
Yeah.
Alright. Want me to send you over the website and you can talk through it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Just copy. Discord. Stardew. This is why it has all information about DID, so it can also per se help our forgetfulness by if we're talking about DID to other people and we can't remember all the things, we have that. And there you go.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I shall not be long.
I'll get as far as I can.
Okay.
So after Post, you have protector altars. Protectors are altars who protect the body, whether it be they protect the body, the system, any altars. They can protect it physically, preferably, emotionally, even spiritual protectors exist. Physical protectors tend to be more physically aggressive towards threat. Verbal protectors tend to be more verbally lashing back towards threats. Emotional protectors might be more to take emotional trauma in, and they will comfort others. And sexual protectors might take in sexual ideas. Like, they might, even if it's consensual, they might take it over because others aren't comfortable. Caretakers are a type of protector, but they are more specifically focused on taking care of younger alters that are also known as littles, which we will get into later. Persecutors are technically a type of protector as well, but they are not often known as protectors because they harm the system themselves in order to make sure no one else harms them, which leads us into persecutors. Persecutors are alters that harm the body, system, other alters, etc. They might have a self-hatred, and they will stand for, like, anger and violence. They usually have the idealism that if they hurt the system, no one else can. So that can tend to be their reasoning behind their idea. And they don't mean bad with what they do, but their actions can be considered bad because they might be more vulnerable and susceptible to self-harming actions and other things. Introjected alters are based off of an outside force. So they could be from a family member, they could be they could be from a historical figure or a fictional being, which would be considered a fictive, which we will also get into later. And they can just be from different ideas. Say, for instance, your system during the trauma you ensued consistently heard, boys don't cry, boys don't cry, it's weak when a boy cries. You may have an alter that is an introject that, shush, you may have an introjected, Brianna, shush, shush, you're interrupting, shush. You may have an introjected alter that is a male and will never cry because of that idea that was forced into. Memory holders can mix with all the other roles, they just hold memories, as the name implies. They could hold good memories, bad memories, any memory, but memory holders are most often the types of protectors. So, for instance, physical protectors might remember the memories of physical abuse, or sexual protectors might be of sexual abuse. So that's why they are so protective against it. Gatekeepers are what we've talked about before, where they're like the traffic police of the system. They control who goes where and when. Gatekeepers can be really good for a system because they can help in helping not have extra switches that are not wanted. They can help keep things more organized, and they can be quite helpful to a system. Not every system has one, but when you do have one, they can be very helpful, especially in systems of larger numbers. An internal self-helper is an alter who knows about the system knows about trauma and altars, and they can help the system and comfort the system inside the inner world of the system, which is where the inner world is where these altars live in the brain, and they will front, but they also will stay inside and help, and they also may be a gatekeeper. They can take on both roles at once. A fragment is an altar that is not full. They may carry out just a single job. For instance, a fragment may be an altar that their sole job is to eat meals, because some systems have histories of eating disorders. So this altar forms with the sole job of eating, and that's all they do. Is they eat a meal and then they go. And it can be different for anyone. That their sole role could be doing a job or doing school or any of this. It can be very different, just depending on what a system needs. And then you have fictive altars, which are based on fictional characters. They fall under the interject category. They can be from movies, books, TV shows, games, even own made-up fictional characters. They can really be anything. They are just fiction. They're fictional. They can be animals, plants, demons. They can be anything. But they most commonly come from an outside source, such as a game or a movie or whatever. You also have... Hi. Go in there. Leave me alone. Stop asking. You also have active altars, which are based on real people, such as celebrities, friends, family members.
How much incorrect info have you found?
Quite a bit. I explain most, like I have most roles down. Littles is the one I didn't get to, but it is also not on the website. I do want to take this website and alter it. I kind of want to take its information and...
You know what we could do?
We could make our own website.
Exactly. You know sites.google, right?
Yeah.
You can make your own websites on that. What if we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone who's watching, and if in case you can't hear us, because I noticed that the system audio may not have been included, but I'm just checking on my phone to see if it was. If I can find the channel. There it is. Let's see.
I don't, but I have.
Yeah. Okay, so they could hear you. Okay, that's good. They could hear you. I don't think Minecraft is the best way to explain it in, but we'll find some other way as well. We'll probably make a website, then run through it on video. Yeah. Teach you all about DID properly.
Because there's a lot of websites that are pretty good information, but they're outdated by a lot. Like this website, this DID research is very outdated.
So what we'll do, we'll make the website, and then hopefully on the same day, being today, we will try and teach you about it. Hopefully, because if there's two people working on it, I can't see us being slow at doing this. Yes. Stardew.
Hmm.
If there's 2 people working on the website, I can't see us being slow at making it, so we could probably teach them about it same day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably in the next couple days.
yeah. So we'll get to work on that. For now, you can work off a base in this video, but yeah, we will get another DID video out soon to teach you about it. And for now, it's been me and Stardew. See you in the next video, everyone. Peace out.
Bye.
If my overlay would work. There we go. And if I paused Minecraft as well.